Hey everybody, we're going to bring in the ancients, so just give me a minute and we'll bring them in. We're going to talk about your belief systems and how it works in this reality or matrix. The universal laws are set in this sector as a matrix which creates karma. So any action that you do will have repercussions or a reaction. That is the basis of this reality. Your controllers also set up astrology as a way to enhance your beliefs on the other side on how to intercept this area. That is another form of belief in which you are taught certain energies influence yourself, the planets, and to a degree the planets do influence the energies, but how they influence you is up to your beliefs. Your beliefs do create your realities, no matter what outside forces are sculpting your reality or influencing. Is your internal belief system that creates your overall reality. You were schooled by your community, religion, parents at an early age to have certain belief systems to keep you within this reality as a slave. You have the agreements to work within this reality, which keeps you in this reality under their sectors, karma, or certain laws that are set up. That's why it is hard for outside forces to interfere, to correct what is going on. For any force that comes in here and acts will have that karma placed on them. That's why it is so essential to walk ever so slightly and gently within this sector, because what one does comes back to them. So if you come in here to create war, to free humanity, you will have to deal with that karma on the other side. All of you are trapped within a monetary system. You hold the dollars within you, which are symbols and words. You have encrypted the New World Order within the dollar bill, which each one of you have. That gives your freedom away by acknowledging and by using that system that you're going to work within it, hence how you become trapped in it. Your belief systems start with you. And when you create your own reality within a whole conscious community reality, you learn how to work within the rules of that bigger reality. So if you think you can move very freely and swiftly, and that no matter what you come across, you'll always find the correct answer, then that's your reality. If you always think you're going to be poor or you have bad luck, then you bring that reality. And you have so many outside influences affecting you. Your air, your food, how you are schooled within your educational system, religious systems, political systems. Look at your politics at the moment in the United States. If you look back at 30 years ago, you would never have fathomed such a soap opera taking place before your eyes. And your controllers love having your current president in office because it creates such a distraction between your political parties and it helps divide the country. So as much as it looks like they are trying to take down the current president, your current controllers love having him in there because it creates so much chaos and destruction of what's really going on. And we want to tell you one thing that each and every one of you need to act upon is your water supply system. As you will read more and more news of contamination within your water supply, the pipes, your filtering system, your water is contaminated, causing much sickness, lead. Your infrastructure is falling apart. Pipes that were placed in the ground 100 years ago are still being used to supply you with water. Think of a building. You've had buildings around 50, 75, 100 years using the same pipes, let alone what's happening within their own town and country's water supply system. We urge you to look at ways of, in the future, filtering your own water system, investing in water, having enough supply on hand. That will become the greatest arsenal used against you, besides your monetary systems. Those two keys will be essential in holding down the human evolution. We cannot urge you enough in the next 10 to 20 years how contaminated more your water supply will be. And in some towns it will be rendered useless, where you will have to buy water in bottles. And that will affect the monetary system as the supply for water will be less than the demand, which will increase the price. We've spoken about artificial intelligence, but the direct arsenal on humanity right now is the price of your monetary system and your water supply. Over the next couple of years, you will see continued news about your water supplies. If you do online research, you will be astonished at how certain towns are fully contaminated with water, do not have proper drinking water, let alone in other countries. That's why we say your controllers love all the political distractions, because the real issues going on as far as your food, your monetary ways, your water supply are not being noticed. And your monetary supply will become all digitalized. Your current system of holding paper bills will be useless within 15 to 20 years. If you look at your credit cards or debit cards and you have those wavelengths by the chip, all you have to do, if you go to your local Target for say, swipe the card across the screen and it takes a payment automatically. That is a very scary thought, to know your card is exposed and can be swiped and the information can be used. Another form of control within your monetary system. Your beliefs control your reality. Your mind is very powerful. We ask you to break the paradigms of this sector. Forget all that you were taught and believe that you can create a whole new reality. forget everything and start fresh. And know that your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. And your belief systems start with a thought, followed by energy, and then action. Those three intangibles is what creates your reality. But it's the belief or thought that either propels you or hinders you. You must set into motion what you want and have a belief in it within the universe that it will be given to you. And understand that the constraints of being in the right place or the right time or your astrology or what others tell you do not mean anything. For your thoughts supersede anything that's said within the sector. As long as your beliefs do not cause harm to another or demands a certain person act in a certain way, because then with the universal law that comes back at you and hinders you. It cannot involve any specific people. Your beliefs have to only involve yourself and your well-being of yourself and of your fellow mankind. You cannot wish for a certain person to, say, be out of office, for that will not happen. That will only cause negative karma on you. That's why we say the benevolent forces cannot come in directly to overtake this sector, for they will feel the repercussions of the karma or blowback of their actions. And as one of your great scientists said, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. That is part of the law of one. If you wish upon something or someone, you then are part of that and you wish it upon yourself. So we stress to you, the first thought in changing this reality is changing your own beliefs, forgetting everything you were taught, and realizing that no matter what you think, it will become your reality within certain structures or realms. Of course, if you say lose a body part and you say I want to regrow it, that will not happen. You have to play within the rules of this matrix and use them for you. And those are the universal laws. You cannot see everything that's around you. This sector is held up by light, sound waves, octaves, energy, and beliefs. Once you change your own belief system and you become confident and fearless and understand that no matter what you see or are up against, you can overcome it, or how peril things may see on the outside world, if you get sucked into that fear-stricken, limited base perception, you become part of it and you feed that energy into it. And like a snowball effect, it becomes bigger and more powerful. But it starts with one, and your beliefs. And when you set out that energy out there, that everything will be good, everything will work out for the best, while taking action in ensuring that it does, then that energy spreads to others' beliefs, and then others, and then it becomes a mass consciousness. But those of you that just believe in love and light and forget and have no action, we say to you, you are much in trouble. The 3 steps of creating your reality: thought, energy, action. Many of you have the thought and energy, but the physical action part is what many of you cease to exist and why your realities do not change. You cannot just wake up and wish for good health. You have to research, understand what foods affect you, and take that action. And you'd be surprised at how your health changes or how your finances changes. You can't just wait for something to say, I want to be rich, and then just sit there waiting for it to fall in your lap. It will require you to have that belief that you can put the energy out there and then do action, whether it's finding another job, building a skill set that's needed. It's the laziness part that holds many of you back. But once you put the thought and energy out there and you start working on the action, then things start to change. Synchronicities start to happen. Being in the right place at the right time happens. That's why we say your belief in your astrology system needs to be diminished. It was set up by your controllers. Many of you follow astrology, and when you put that belief system in, it becomes part of your reality. Now, do certain energies and planets, certain days affect? If you believe in it, yes. But if you believe that you are your own power, you create your own reality, then those outside influences won't hinder you. How many people that believe in astrology say, do this on a certain day, don't do that on a certain day, the energies aren't aligned. It's there to hinder you. You are more powerful in your belief system than any energy that is set forth on this matrix. When you learn to use those energies that are here to control and hinder you within your favor, and you say to yourself, whatever energies are out there, I will use it in my favor to create the reality I want, you 10 times create your reality. It goes back to action and reaction. For a reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So all those energies that are bombarding you, use them in your favor within your belief system, and use them outwardly in a loving light to create the reality that you want. We tell you to start playing around with your energy, meditating, envisioning what you want at night before you go to bed. You should meditate twice a day, 15 minutes in the morning, creating a grounding cord to the center of the earth, and then aligning all your chakras, and starting off with a belief saying of what you want to accomplish that day. And we want to reiterate that every day will not be a carefree, smoothless day. You will be presented with challenges. But there's a difference between challenges and obstacles. Obstacles block you in your path. Challenges are challenges which you can overcome. So you choose your obstacles or roadblocks, or see them as challenges for growth of what you can do with your power and using your energy to overcome those obstacles. And then they just become lessons. And not only will you survive, you will thrive in this reality. You must use your brains, your wits, your energy, and your belief systems to start changing your reality. That is what this matrix or sector is based on. But it will not be based like that forever. It will return to its sovereign free will state of where souls come into physical to enjoy, to learn, to exchange, not to be controlled. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that channeling, and please share these channelings, leave any comments, make sure you like the videos, and I think there was some good information on what's going on within the current scheme of life, which I know the ancients don't really touch upon much, but use it as an example. And I would say they started opening, I know, my eyes to, what's going on with our water supply. And if you do enough research, you'll see that there's a whole slew of problems going on with the water supply that's going to become a major issue down the road. That I think with them saying, use the system within the system, if our monetary and water supply system is going to be used to hinder us, I would say look at ways of investing in water filtration systems or water supplies with your money, and learn to make money off of it. This way you can be part of the solution, and maybe starting a watering bottle company. And if the time comes where you have to sell water, it could be at a reasonable price, maybe even cheaper than what you pay for water coming into your house. So that's what the ancients mean. Use the rules that are set to hinder you for you. There's always a way to do that, to turn the tables around, and I think that was their message. You have to outsmart the controllers. Have a good day.